All right, shalom, shalom. Kahalayim la Yahaba Shemra Shabba Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Much peace, love, and salutation to all the brothers that's doing this work in truth and sincerity of heart. Shalom. This is your brother Patop back again through the Spirit with another lesson. Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. And the title of this lesson is going to be a 15-minute concentration camp. 15-minute concentration camp. And after watching this video right here put up about GMS declaring the end, Apostle Tahar, about 15-minute cities gonna fall right in hand with the MOTB system that they want to set up. And also another thing I was harping on, I've been thinking about, since yesterday, watching this video, is how it's gonna make it so easy for 15-minute cities are gonna make it easy for Esau to control the population and dictate things, So it's gonna give them more control. They're gonna sell you this idea of convenience. Oh, look, it's so convenient. But at the same time, they're stripping things away from you. They're stripping certain freedoms away from you, But they're not gonna tell you that, So one of the biggest models of 15-minute cities is China, and I wanted to get this little this little video that Apostle Tahar showed. It says the 15-minute cities in China, each neighborhood zone is separated by a fence. See, this is ultimately what they want to do, because they want to follow after China's model of doing things with the 15-minute cities. And there's another thing that China's doing that they idolize China. They really, China is a model for what they want to do. Oh yeah, the social credit scores. So China has these things already in place in their country. And America ultimately wants to bring that here. They want to make things more like China, more control, because their population is controlled. They're a bunch of servants anyways, but they want to bring more control. They want to have more control over the people. And it says 15-minute cities in China, each neighborhood zone is separated by a fence. A fence feels like a prison, with the entrance gate being guarded. See what happens? That's basically a prison, man. You live in a neighborhood where it's surrounded by a damn gate and is being guarded. It says, if you want to get in or out of your zone, you need permission and a face scan, which is right along with what Esau wants to do. He wants to bring in this draconian system that limits you and has more control over the population. And China is a great example of that. And America wants to follow after China's example with the social credit score and with the 15-minute cities. Locking down the population and putting it in a concentrated area is basically a concentration camp, man. And what if another lockdown happens? They're going to strip your freedoms away. Lock you in your damn zone and you can't leave. And if you try to leave, they might kill you. So these 15-minute cities, they're selling it as a great idea. They're selling it as a great development. But at the same time, they're not telling you what freedoms and things they're snatching and stealing away from you, If you ask me, it's nothing but a concentration camp. And that's what one woman said in this article. Salakia. This article right here that I bring up is Hampton on 15-minute cities. You will no longer be a free-range human. And this came out August 8, 2023, concerning the one that's in Arizona. I'm not going to read all of this. I just want to bring out this little sentence right here. It says, a 15-minute city is a self-sustaining concentration camp. That's all it is. It says a 15-minute city is a self-sustaining concentration camp, said investigative journalist Laura Logan on the X platform, and the guards are artificial intelligence. And you will never be happier. Wake up. The World Economic Forum are Nazis without the uniform. Just listen to Kaswa speak. What sounds more like a Nazi leader than that? Like he said, you will own nothing and be happy. You will own nothing and be happy. And these communities, these apartments that they're gonna set up in these 15-minute cities, ultimately are gonna be not owned by you. Here it's not gonna be owned by you. You're not gonna be able to own any property. Everything is gonna belong to the government, and we're just gonna be renting, subjects under them, man. We ain't gonna have no control over anything, So things are gonna get more strict and more severe in these 15-minute cities, and ultimately it's gonna pair along with the MOTB. What if another outbreak happens, man? They can easily lock that shit down and you can't leave. So if you ask me, man, it's nothing but a concentration camp. Let me get a real quick precept. It'll be easier to lock a city down like that. Second Esdras chapter 15, verse 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Now, this is the martial law scripture, but as you just read, that thing about China, you can't enter or exit the city without permission. What does that sound like? So you can't enter the city without permission. You're not gonna be able to get certain necessities if you don't have the MOTB, you don't have the CHIP, man. Because this is the system, this is the type of living Esau wants to set up for you. See, look, it says 15-minute city in China. Each neighborhood zone is separated by a fence with the entrance gate being guarded. If you want to get in or out of your zone, you need permission and a face scan. You need permission. So things are going to get a lot more severe. Things are going to be a lot more controlled because by the government or the powers that be, they're going to clamp down on the population. So this will make martial law easier. This will make shutting you in and closing you off a lot easier for them. So 15-minute cities are a bad idea. Bad idea for you, man. This is verse 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So these things are going to come upon those that live in America. 15-minute cities, and ultimately the MOTB is going to be a part of that whole system. But they won't tell you that. Revelations 13 and 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, which the image of the beast is this whole system, system that Esau's setting up, from religion, to homosexuality and all of these things that they push. That's what their image is. It's not a picture of Caesar Borgia, the draconian, the Roman system that they're pushing. That's what the image of the beast is. It's a direct replica of the Roman Empire, So the image of the beast is democracy also. So it's a part of this whole system. So the image of the beast is basically the whole system that Esau is setting up. It says the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you don't want to follow after Esau's 15-minute cities, and you don't want to follow after his system that he's setting up, you don't want to bow down to his legislations and his draconian legislations that I might add, controlling the population and only dictating everything that they do. It's going to basically turn into a dictatorship, if you will. Our power is going to belong to the government or the powers that be, and we're not going to have no authority or say so or freedom to do anything. So that ultimately falls right in line to what the 15-minute cities are going to do. It's going to make you like a concentration, a 15-minute concentration camp, man. That's all it is. Revelation 13 in verse 16, and it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which we already know, discussed many times what that mark is. You know? It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, in the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to buy or sell. You're not going to have no freedom to do anything. You're not going to have no rights if you don't have that CHIP, man. You're going to be an outcast of society. You're not going to be allowed into a 15-minute city. You know? They might say, oh, you got to have the device to get into this city. You know? Or you're not allowed. You don't have the device. You're locked out. We don't know exactly how Esau is going to spin this thing, but we know that these devils not playing. They putting this out there for a reason. And China is a great example. Pay attention to what goes on in China, man. You gotta have a face scan to leave. And they actually showed you in this video. You gotta scan you gotta scan your face. They showed you. So that's what they want to bring to America. Also, it ties into surveillance too. They want to put surveillance everywhere, cameras everywhere, watching everything and watching everything you do. Big Brother's always watching, right? So this whole system that Esau wants to set up, man, it's not going to be good for you. They sell it that way, that it's good for you, to trust in our cities, 15-minute cities and things of that nature. But ultimately, it's going to be detrimental to you. So I got that precept. So I'm gonna bring out another precept about trusting in the wicked, because that's what they want you. They want you to trust in them and what they want to bring. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusts, so is his wickedness. So never trust the enemy. Never trust Esau. Whatever he's bringing, whatever he's inventing, it's never going to be good. You know? They're always devising mischief. This idea that they're selling people is not going to be good for them. Psalms 140 and verse 1, it says, a psalm of David, deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man, preserve me from the violent man. So we know anything that Esau is bringing out, everything he invents, everything he creates, it's never going to be beneficial to us. So you have to keep an eye on Esau and what he's bringing forth, because we know that he's the wicked. And there's going to be some hidden idea, some hidden agenda, some hidden thing that he wants to do, accomplish behind what he brings forth, because he's the wicked. So we got to remember that. And the perfect example of what Esau wants to bring, a society that's controlled by AI, artificial intelligence, and ultimately it's going to lead to that chip. It says, which imagine mischiefs in their heart, continually they are gathered together for war. So they are imagining mischief. Now, this idea of 15-minute cities seems like a good idea, but it's ultimately going to lead to more control, which the word government means mind control. It's going to control everybody. within the system, like a guinea pig or like a lab rat. You know, it says they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent, adders poison under their lips. Keep me, O Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from a violent man, which is Esau, who have purpose to overthrow my goings. And that's what they do. They always purpose to overthrow our goings, man. They're set against us. Verse 5, the proud have hid a snare for me, and cords have they spread up a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me. So they're setting up traps. And this system that they're setting up is a trap. You know, it's a trap. Literally. It's going to trap you in. It's going to keep you in. It's going to keep you controlled. It's going to keep you locked down. It's going to keep you surveillanced. It's going to keep you less freedoms. You know? So I didn't want to speak too much on this. I just want to do a quick lesson concerning this, man. I believe that's all the scriptures I can muster for this lesson. Probably forgetting a couple of scriptures, but it's okay. The point has been proven. So we need deliverance from Esau and his many wicked inventions, man. You know, this is another one of his wicked inventions. It's going to play right into this system that he wants to set up, the MOTB system. MOTB system. You know, so we want deliverance from Esau. And things are going to get hard. Never trust the enemy. Esau is the enemy. And wherever he do, whatever he brings forth, he says they can't sleep until they do wickedness. Micah 2:1. Woe unto them that devise iniquity, which is sin upon sin, and Esau is devising iniquity. He has a lot of plans, and it's not for good. It's only for evil and more control. And work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. So they're taking the time to exercise their plans. You know, we want the Lord to stop them because the Lord knows what they ultimately want to do. He want to put a device in everybody, but they're slowly working the population up to it. Verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence and houses, and they take them away. So they're oppressing man in his house, even a man in his heritage. So that's they have a history of, you know, destroying people and taking their lands, killing them and taking their lands, man. You know, that's the violence of Esau. But now he's doing it in a different way, a different form. You know, so verse 3, therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, against this family do I devise an evil for which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go heartily, for the time is evil. So the Lord is going to bring evil upon Esau that he's not going to be able to escape out of. You know, thus said the scriptures. So they're practicing these evil inventions in order to control and bring more control over a population and ultimately put a chip in you, man. And if you don't have that CHIP, you're not going to be at a power sale, and you might not be allowed inside of the 15-minute cities, you know? So that might be Esau motivation to try to get you to take it or whatever, man. I'm just speculating, you know, speaking as a man. You don't know exactly how it's going to play out, but we know that it's going to play a part in that MOTB system. So with that, Lord willing, let's was edifying. I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Rabshah, Ba'ashim Rakakudash. Actually, I'm sorry. The word concentration, I wanted to get this word concentration. It's an act of bringing to a center, bringing a population to a concentrated area, a certain area. It says an act of collecting or combining into or about a central point, which is what? The 15-minute cities is nothing but a concentration of people, all in one spot, easy targets. You know, it says a mass so collected. So a concentration camp is people gathered up in one spot. And ultimately, it's guarded. It's like a prison, you know, housing hundreds or thousands of people. And it's guarded. And I'm probably sure the guard's going to be armed. So you're not going to be allowed in or out. Sounds like a martial law city to me. Sounds like a city that's easy to control, easy to lock down, and force you inside. You can't leave unless you get killed, you know. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahshua, Ba'ashim Rakakudash. Shalom.